appreciate it. Then it's starting to get a little cold outside. Well, we've seen it colder, for sure. And right now, it looks like we do have our agency reports. So we're going to start with, should we turn that fan down back? Is that bothering anybody, that fan back?
No.
Okay, well then, see the little switch on the side that says high, low?
You want to turn it off?
Yeah, just turn it to, put it to low, put it right there.
It's right here?
Yeah, it's right there, look at the top.
Oh, perfect.
Is that our
That's off.
Oh, we want low.
Yeah.
It'll come on.
Oh, that's much better. Yeah, now if it blows up, if it blows up, we're gonna blame you. Okay.
Did you call me up? It sounded like you're about to. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So last time I was here, I gave the end of the year numbers.
Yeah.
Since then, we don't have a whole lot to report. In December, we issued 67 citations within the Aguadosa area, and there was 14 collisions. And out of the 14, 6 were injury. But again, when we look at injury collisions, it could be anything as much as just kinetic pain, so nothing too major. We did have a lot of weather. Did anybody get stuck in that? Hopefully you didn't. Did you get stuck in that one? All right, good. We had a lot of weather on the 5. I don't know if you guys make it that way very often. Yeah, and if you have, I just want to share this. As soon as the 5 shuts down, my phone just blows up. And I was on vacation, thank God. I took 3 weeks off. I think me and my buddy over here both took some time off. My phone just goes crazy, and I just tell people if you get stuck in a situation where you're in LA and you're trying to get to Sacramento, or whatever the case may be, and you have to go over that bridge when it's closed, you just stay. You stay put. If you're in a hotel, you stay put. If you're at home, you stay home. To travel in it, not only is it not worth it, so a good friend of mine, they went from Orange County, they had to come home. I said, hey, just stay put. I have to come home. They, from Orange County to the Bakersfield area, it took them 12 hours.
Oh,
So they had to go down the 101, go all the way around the Paso Robles, cut back in. And the issue that is, everyone's doing that.
Yep.
The bigger issue is because everyone's doing that, you get stuck. And if you get stuck out there, there's not a whole lot of gas stations or places to eat, restrooms. It does become kind of dangerous, you know, so you have to be very careful with that. So yeah, we shut down the freeway. It was the most snow that we've had in that area for a little while. So if that does happen and you're stuck in between, just stay, if you can, just stay put. It's just not worth it. And then of course, if you have an emergency on the freeway, there's no help.
Yeah.
There truly is no help. You're on your own.
Well, they had that one guy die.
Yeah. Well, remember the floods a few years back? There was lots of fatalities. People were getting stuck because traffic. Now you can't go forward, you can't go back. And now all of a sudden the water comes and people were dying in their cars. I mean, it's really, really dangerous. Weather is something we can't control, as we all know. So stay put.
Stay home.
Stay put. Anyways, that's what I have. Do you guys have anything for me?
I just want to make a comment. I know you mentioned about semis being in the incorrect lanes and you will ticket them. I saw it for the first time. I was on the 210 going east, just past the merge from the 118. CHP got on, and I was in the number 1 lane. The numbers 2, 3, and 4 lanes all had semis in them.
Oh boy.
All 3 of the lanes. So you got behind the one in the number 2 lane and pulled him over. That's the first time I've ever seen that happen.
Wow, that's cool.
Because you mentioned that a while back, you will. Yeah.
Especially, you see it, the 210 is not as bad as like the Grapevine. The
Sure.
Grapevine, of course, these guys are, everyone's crawling and they start jumping over, and that's dangerous too because they're going so slow. That's why a lot of vehicles end up behind, underneath the trailer because they're going so incredibly slow. They can't get out of their own way.
That was really nice.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. All right, one for the good guy.
We're starting 2020 off right.
One for the good guy.
Nothing but compliments.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Next up, Los Angeles County Sheriff, Resident Deputy Martinez.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. Hope everyone's holiday was good. So
Fantastic.
he made me mad last time that he was so well prepared with the end of the year stuff. Man, I just didn't know what was going on. This is my first time. I made you guys maps. Everyone likes maps. I think our crime analysts like like absolutely hates me now, but that's okay. Yeah, those results, exactly. We're getting fancy. It's zoomed out enough so nothing's confidential. You can't tell what streets, but those are all the crimes that happened in 2019 in Alabama.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, it's actually not that bad, believe it or not. We had 121 reports pulled for the Alabama area.
121?
121 total. So that's part one and part two crimes, like anything like this. That's even like lost people, everything. So that's you're not doing too bad. We did have a 8% increase in crime. However, as she explained to me, we have to rely on the fact that we had a total of 48 crimes last year and 52 this year. So it's not. It's when you have such small numbers.
It's not.
It's those like 8% increase is not like if it would be like thousands and you have it's just you know
It's just a few more.
it's a few more. It's you have 4 more crimes than you had last year or reported crimes if you will. So I got those two. These are a breakdown of all the by like kind of like whatever they may be like thefts or whatever.
I guess you showed him up.
No. He's still showing.
I'm not hurt at all. He's not hurt at all.
He's not hurt at all. It's a friendly competition. That's all it is.
My numbers went down.
Exactly. He only had 2 fatalities. We're just gonna go with people who are more comfortable reporting crime now than they were with the other guy. So, that's what we're gonna go with. Do you feel safer? Is the question.
Gotcha.
Okay. For as far as arrests, we had 12 total in Nowodilse. Comparative to Acton, they had 117. So
117?
117 in Acton.
Wow, and that's in December?
No, that's all of the year.
All of
These are year total. So
Okay.
for the entire year, you guys had 12 arrests total, and Nowodilse they had 117. Yeah, in Acton. You guys had 828 calls for service. They had 5,031. So, a little bit different there. And out of your arrests, 10 were males and 2 were females. All adults, no juvies. And 438 observations. So that's like self-initiated work by the deputies. If I'm doing a patrol check or something or whatever, or the dirt bike team's checking out, that's not a call for service, that's self-initiated stuff.
Gotcha.
You had 438 observations for this area.
Okay.
Ooh, these are some good statistics. I'm liking this.
Yeah. And these are all final. She turned these into the FBI, so these are the ones reflected for everything else.
Okay.
Okay?
Super.
Anything for me? You guys good?
No, man, that was fantastic. We appreciate the effort. This is wonderful.
And there's extra copies if you guys want. Some in the audience, I even went into the detective printer, so it's colored. You know how hard it is to get colored out.
And I noticed if you put this over a Keno ticket, it'll actually pick the winning number.
Thank you.
Great. We're on a roll. Last time you was getting a fire department.
Yeah.
Any service person? Maria.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I just have December. I don't do year unless you want me to.
No, we collect them.
All right.
That's
So
our,
you can add them up yourself.
that's our part of
Oh, yeah.
Okay, for Aladilce in the month of December, 29 total responses. 20 for medical calls and 11 of those patients were transported to hospitals. 3 fires. 2 of them vehicle fires and 1 of them a brush fire on the northbound 14 north of Aladilce Canyon Road, which is where most of them happen. That was 2 small spots separated from each other. Cause was undetermined, but together it was probably less than an eighth of an acre.
And on New Year's Eve, so probably something of fun.
I meant to, I tried to call the station and nobody was in. When I looked it up in the report, they just had it down as natural causes. And I didn't quite understand that because the only natural cause to me is lightning. And I don't think we had any of that. So
Okay.
I just went with cause undetermined.
Yeah, I like that.
And then we had one power line down on Los Jordans,
Okay, right up here.
and that is it.
Oh, cool. This is wonderful.
Relatively quiet December.
Yeah.
Anything for me? Any questions?
Oh, we'd like to thank you for this fine report, for the start of the year, wonderful.
And every month, you'll notice they're in color.
That's fire budget, that's a whole other thing.
Hey, I got a color printer at my desk.
Yeah.
Maria, don't feel bad, because we only have one $20,000 gift certificate to the Sweetwater Market that we get to give away this year. Because they're closed now.
Hey, it's not food on the shelf. Well, it's all the non-perishables, but there's still food on the shelf.
Is there really?
Is there really food in there still?
Yeah, I don't, they went and the clean crews were in there, they reinstalled the refrigerators. There is a active warrant for the previous owner for the grand theft.
Wow.
But there's not, you know, I heard rumors, Trish was telling me that someone else bought it, but I haven't seen anybody in there
Well,
after the decontamination.
Wow.
well, that's,
I still think they need to, as the town council should pitch to cut it in half, because I think that's way too big for the area.
I agree.
If they made it half, I think that would be a very successful business.
I think you're right.
Wants to take
I like
advantage
that
out
idea.
there watching, you know.
That sounds good to me. Wonderful, thank you, Maria.
You're very welcome.
Next up, we have, acted on the local library report from librarian Jim Wall.
Thank you for your email.
You're very
Yeah.
welcome. As opposed to everybody else who won't live in the past, we're gonna talk about what's coming up. So, a little different here. My emails were in color,
Oh, that's right. They were.
so we'll go with that. So first thing I'll talk about, I'll mention holiday closures. Monday, January 20th, we will be closed. And then some upcoming programming at the library. We are having a pet first aid workshop. MSN is coming by for it. Monday, January 13th, 6 p.m. We'll come give you basics for pet first aid, put together emergency kits for your pets. Should be pretty good. And then on Saturday, January 18th, we're having a glass art workshop again. I've had this one here a few times. She has little squares of glass, and you put different colors of glass on it. She brings it back to her studio and fires it, and you get a little, in this case, a sun catcher. I still have people asking when she's coming back, so she's coming back in January. So that will be nice. We've got the next installment of the horse health workshops, January 27th. They're going to be talking about laser therapy. So if you want laser therapy for your horse, might be good to find out. Looking forward to February a little bit. 2 holidays in February, you'll hear me talk about them again. But the one I really want to mention is Thursday, February 13th. That all libraries will be closed at Staff Development Day. So it's kind of one of those weird days will be closed and people won't know why. So heads up on that. And then coming up in February, we've got, what is this? Wednesday, February 5th. We have, for Black History Month, Michael McCarty comes by. He's a storyteller. He's got all kinds of great stories of from his upbringing, history. He's a great guy. He does great work.
So what time is that?
That is 3:30. 3:30 Wednesday, February 5th. A lot of other stuff going on. But
Thank you.
unless you guys have any questions for me.
No, just fantastic. We appreciate the input, appreciate your making. I think you're at 100%, I think, right? I think you missed one.
I missed the one you rescheduled with Edison.
Right.
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
you get a pass on that.
Yeah.
I was the Edison one that acted.
Okay, you've done your penance.
Thank you. All right, and it doesn't look like we have anybody here from, do we have anybody here from the district? I don't think so.
No, just me.
See, Rubber Lane or Ebenezer.
Knee surgery.
Assembly District 38, that's a new member of Christie Smith. Yes, we do. Representative, running to the. Awesome.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I don't know what they're talking about. The Edison meeting was awesome. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday break. It is actually my first day back to work, and I got to come here and spend my favorite town council. And maybe I'm biased because it's my only town council. So, let's
We'll take it, we'll take it.
yeah, there we go. Session just started on the 6th, so Assemblywoman Smith is back up in Sacramento doing all the fun Sacramento-y stuff. So we actually have already introduced our first bill on the first day, which is AB 1837. So what the Assemblywoman is seeking to do is mitigate the financial impacts of our schools and the districts in the event that we ever have a state emergency. So as many people know, our schools and our districts function on ADA, so average daily attendance, but when we have natural disasters or state declared emergencies, that significantly impacts their financial situation, so we're seeking ways to mitigate that. Some of our overarching focuses this year are going to include emergency management, public safety power shutoffs, housing, and homelessness. So we're already seeing, bills introduced mandating backup power for cell phone towers in the event that they go down. In the emergencies, we're going to be continuing to stay vigilant on legislation and communicating with our constituencies, since the Assemblywoman is chair of the Joint Legislative Committee of Emergency Management. And we are continuing on looking at bills. There hasn't been an official number or anything introduced yet, but there are members looking at ways for the Attorney General's office to give them authority, as well as CPUC, to bring action against utility corporations for failures to comply with safety standards and requirements. And the Assemblywoman is looking to sign on to that as well. Because as I'm sure Dr. Wilson knows, there were some issues last year.
Yes.
So other than that, are there any concerns, questions, or anything, legislative questions?
No, not that we can solve here tonight, I don't think.
I mean, full disclosure, I don't have the answer, but something I can bring back.
Well, I noticed that Newsom just asked for $750 million toward homelessness. Is that not right? Does that not look like figure?
Well, the 750 is immediate.
Yes.
And I think the total is 1.2 billion, or
Yes.
1.5 billion.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
my concern is, if it gets turned down by the feds, is he gonna turn around and try to pass some kind of a tax? I mean, you know, and that's,
Well, I've
And
already
if you-
signed an executive order, and that it's coming out of the surplus.
okay, so it has nothing, okay, so the money's already there. Good, okay. You might be answer.
So the Assemblywoman here is constantly, like, California is a very tax state. So we are definitely hearing out a lot of our constituency for that, and I know that Supervisor Barker and Assemblywoman Smith are working pretty diligently together on the homelessness issue, especially that we're having a growing crisis, and we definitely recognize that. So that looks like another issue that the legislative body is going to be looking into a lot.
Okay, great, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Scott Wolf, nobody here, okay. President's report for 91390 residents. We're going to find out more about that, see if we can get the vouchers brought in locally, instead of us having to travel. Yeah, and as I understand it, it's up to half a ton of rubbish, no tires, no computer hardware, anything like that, twice. Is that correct? Okay. So,
Or until the money runs out.
till the money runs out?
Yeah, the vouchers are good through June of 2020, so get on it.
You know?
Get your
Yeah,
trash out. So, but I'll have more
well,
information
one,
next
that's just coming up, okay. And regional planning plans filed, I don't really think
There's nothing.
Okay, no, I guess that's good. Yeah, we're on to open forum, and we have a guest speaker tonight, visiting us, Lucy, and I will, Volotsky?
That's right, the same
Is
place.
that good?
Yeah, Malatsky.
You're on.
Thank you very much. Thank you to having me tonight. By the way, I started to run my campaign in September, and since September, I wanted to try to come here, but each time I had a meeting, something was happening on my side. And I came here about 2 weeks ago with some people and I visited Guadalupe. It was my first time to come here. I live in Chatsworth. I'm very well known in Chatsworth, Northridge, Granada Hills, towards even Los Angeles. But sometimes when something doesn't call you to come a certain direction, you don't really discover the new places. But I discovered Guadalupe was beautiful. I saw so many ranches and we went different places. It was fantastic. And by the way, I'm French Canadian. I did discover a beautiful French restaurant. I just stopped there and had my onion soup before I came here. But I will tell you something, it's a beautiful city. And I've been looking a little bit about what you're all about and so many activities you have in here. I can't believe it. That's a small little town to have so many activities. It's fantastic how much you are getting involved. And this is beautiful. I love the people. I like to gather. I'm natural for that. By the way, yes, I'm running for state assembly. I've been in business for 35 years in the Valley. I own a retail. I'm in the mattress industry. I started in the beginning in the furniture business in the 90s when the economy and the trade went to China. Then a lot of factories closed in LA. That changed our way to doing business because 95% of our products, they've always been made in Los Angeles or USA. We've always been very strongly about that to support USA. Then, of course, after that, then we went to the mattress industry. In the year 2000, going 2007, we went another life bubble, the house bubbles and all this problem. But as I will never go through what I've been through in the 90s, I almost lost everything. Then, of course, the meantime, everybody kind of had so much hard time, I ended up to open more stores at that time. It was very fantastic, and meanwhile, my husband was very sick too with my children. But anyway, cut the story short, what's happening right now is even worse. I think we're losing California. And for me, I'm an American. I came here in 1984. I came here the right way. I learned the language. I was not speaking any English when I came here. And now I speak 4 languages. Then you can see there is opportunity to have and learn in California. But everything goes away because of the laws and what they bring in and to be the way to be have your freedom to really to do things, and especially in business. We're losing business. And I see it. I can see we're losing our middle class just by the retail aspect. I'm okay to talk because I don't want to.
I'll give you 6 minutes, yeah.
Oh, thank you. I just want not to regret. Been in business. I saw the middle class spending, example, $1,000. Now they cannot put $600. We have that gap, that $600 example value to go. Now maybe $5,000, $10,000 is another problem. We don't have our middle class. And it's, the middle class is our bread and butter. And people forget that. And our politician keeps says, oh, the 1%, leave them alone. Take care of the 99%. Why don't we teach our 99% to become successful? And this is what's happening. They don't want them to become successful. They want them, we bow to them. You know, to be responsible, to give them money. They don't answer to us. They don't. They don't care about us. When they get in Sacramento, that's it. You know, I don't have nobody behind. No endorsement. I don't have too much money. But I tell you something. I have the integrity. And I know something nobody can buy me. Not today, never did before, and not tomorrow. I don't care. I want to do what is right for our people. I have grandchildren right now. And I'm afraid about them. What's going on in our school right now about education, about sex education. It's horrible. You know, they don't think about anything, just about them to have a title and to have a salary and sit over there and tax us all the time. Now, when you were talking about the, as far as the immigrations and we have problem with the homeless situation, you have to stop the bleeding. The bleeding. I learned about, sir, emergency responding. I'm sure. You say first the green, there is yellow and red. Green goes away. You take care of the yellow and take the red after. You know, if you go for the red, the most important, the person is most in trouble, you might lose the two others. Then you have to stop the bleeding. How to stop the bleeding? There's one solution. It's state of emergency. Until they don't do that, nothing will happen. They want money from us. They want to tax us again. They want to ask money from the federal. This is just what they don't think. They don't find solutions. I'm sorry, this is what's happening. Then we have to fight that. Enough is enough, or they can put more money in your pocket. Prop 13, they're waiting for that. He doesn't care. Do what you want to do for the 1 billion right now, what he's doing. Because he's seeing coming to Prop 13 and what's income that will bring in his pocket over there. That's why we have to be careful. But I can tell you so many things, but I'm going to be at La Chaine on the 21st, 5 to, I can say 6 to 7:30. If you want to send it out to the people you know, it's important. And I can have a better speech, a bigger speech, and tell them a little bit more about me. But we have to stop. We have 2 Republicans. I'm running as a Republican, but I'm there for everyone. My heart is reaching out, doesn't matter who. But there is 2 Republicans. Do your homework. I have the experience from the beginning since I was born. I'm a family of 10 children. I have 8 brothers. I've been in foster care for some reason. My mom, she was sick for a little bit, then we've been in foster care. I started to work at 10 years old, stopped to school at 13 to take care of the family, went back to school. You know, I learned about real estate, I know about constructions, I know about restaurants and business in 35 years. I have so much stuff I can talk about. And as far as the school, molestation, what's happening, our pedophile and with the sex education that's coming on the long way, it's terrible what they give the freedom to these people. They can do whatever they do, and the kids, they have no protection today. Then please, please, do your homework. I know there's another Republican, study things, because you cannot split the vote. I want to be there because I know I can speak for you, but I cannot do that alone because I will need all of you. Because when I sit down, if there's a problem, I will call you. I want you to have your advice. I don't know everything. And each city has a problem. You have your own problem, example, Valencia has a problem maybe, then we cannot put in the same plateau. Oh, because we vote for that, that might be a problem for the others. You have to think about everything we keep doing. But they don't have, AB 5, oh my God, I'm sorry now, I'm getting excited. AB 5, independent contractor. They're killing the industry as an independent. This is the worst bill I ever see in business. People cry right now. They cannot provide to their family what they were doing in the past. That's terrible. There is a lot of problem there. But I think I have the solution in the sense we can work together. I have a big voice. I'm not afraid to talk, and I will stand for you because I have integrity, and I want to go with your integrity also. And you could believe me, I'll be there for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming out.
Thank you. By the way, also, our fire department or officer, they don't have any protection either.
I don't know this.
And it's killing me. My son wanted to be in the police department. I said, please don't do that.
Tell them to go wash trucks. Be a hard
Pardon?
Tell them to go wash trucks.
That's suicide. I give my heart to you guys. Believe me. You know,
We all appreciate it, that's for sure. Next item we have high-speed rail update by Pam. She's not here, and I don't know what's going on with that. Nothing right now. Committee reports. Aguadulce Town Council ad hoc committee, San Pedro River Water Quality.
No meeting.
No meeting. All right. I got canceled too. CHP Community Advisory Committee meeting.
no meeting.
No meeting. Okay. Bylaws Revision Committee.
With one man, excuse me, if I leave, I have to go back to Chicago tonight. By the way, the first thing I'm going to do if I get elected,
Yes, and one is missing, Troy, Mary, and there's not much going on. Just making more money, that's all.
You know,
Keeps me-
that's half the battle right there.
It was an easy election, it was wonderful.
Good.
Thank you very
Try
much.
to make it easy.
And it was sensible.
It was
Really,
so
when you think
sensible.
about it, very
That's right.
sensible.
It was.
Okay, on to the film report from the film committee.
Only 13 shoots.
Only 13
Well,
shoots?
Hollywood shuts down over the holidays.
Yeah, okay, Ryan Stewardship is not
What
here.
are they filming right now? It's a big
In
production.
LA, they don't, I didn't get one of those, but yeah, it is a big one.
Alright. Parks and trails,
Nothing to report.
water stewardship. We had some rain last month, which was kind of nice, so we should expect tanks to be overflowing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Stephanie said, if we want the, Scott Abbott to come back
Yeah.
and tell the community why he shut down the, well yield revision, it's his responsibility to do that, if we want it.
You show up with torches and pitchforks.
Yeah, it's not gonna do any good.
That's-
It's just that,
We're,
because I said, I just have a problem being the one to tell the community,
I
because
have
it's
a
not,
problem telling customers as they come through the door.
right.
You know, and it get, but, you know, I mean, I think we both agreed we were talking to deaf ears.
Right, and we tried.
And I don't know if there was some, you know, I think truthfully, the only next action that's available is through the courts.
Litigation, yeah.
Unfortunate and sad that they went to that point, but let's think about that. We may want to. Ways and means. Joey's not here. Scott's not here. That's convenient. Disaster planning. Nothing new there.
What do you want me to tell Callie? What, do you guys know exactly what equipment is that $15,000 worth of equipment that you guys got on the side, not from CERT?
Actually, I did a little bit more research on this.
Okay.
And the 15, what's in the CERT trailer is just CERT stuff.
Okay.
There's no other equipment. The $15,000 worth of stuff, I'm gonna make room to put in the container that we've got here.
Okay.
But we would like to have, since this is kind of the emergency collection spot, we want to have that trailer moved over here,
Okay.
so that it's at a more central location.
Accessible, yeah, more accessible.
Yeah, and if he wants me to come to one of his meetings, I will come to one of his meetings
The olive branch, I like it.
and play as nicely as I can. But he needs to give up the key.
Okay? That's
Bottom line.
bottom line.
I will try to play.
There's no quid pro quo there.
And then
That's
Officer Martinez there, your intermediary.
Yes. Because you know I'm reasonable.
yes.
Yeah. As long as you get away.
We can work it out. All right, we're gonna move on to Acton, I would all say school board liaison, right, it's not here? Acton Town Council liaison?
Not
It's
here.
not here. Oh, man, we're getting, oh my goodness. Got a record here. Announcements, Association Royal Town Council meeting this year, first one of the year, this year is January 29th, Quartz Hill Library. I'm sure we'll get some emails between now and then. If there's anything really important, we'll attend. Next regular August Town Council meeting is February 12th. I'm going to be out in the ocean. I'm not going to be here, so I hope everybody enjoys it without me. And I think we'll wait till then. We'll elect whoever's going to be the temporary president during that meeting. That's the way it always happens, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. Good. Don't forget Valentine's Day right after that too. Okay. Other announcements. Hey, seeing that everybody's here, we've got a child. I want to see Royal Court. It's coming up January 26th, I think. Yeah, 4 p.m. So if you know
We're
anybody-
here? Here?
No. Are you between the ages of 4 and 19 years old and live in Ottawa? Question mark. Do you want to represent the community, wear a beautiful gap crown, and make memories? And they're really true. Get a hold of Carrie DeMont. I don't know. It's not only it's going to be here. It's going to be here. We don't know. We'll get a hold of Carrie tomorrow. Anybody that's interested, come up here, and we have a few of these left.
We all know Carrie.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And of course, the odd Rosie tradition is whoever wins, their parents get to put it on for the next year. I don't know if that's still the same way.
No, Carrie has like,
She's taking
She's
the
taking it,
reins.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's great. Okay, unfinished business. No, new business. I don't know. Future agenda items. I think SCE is going to be back up in March, if I'm not mistaken. Is that
yeah,
correct?
she said, I asked if she could come to this meeting, and she said at this point, she didn't have any new information. And I said, that's
They don't come.
pointless. And she said she hoped by March she would have new information.
Okay.
So I will contact her between now and then, and if there is no new information, there's no point.
No.
I actually believe with the stance we took here, because we had some high windstorms, and I think they would have yanked it. So I think we did some good, standing up to what we feel is right. So hopefully they'll think twice before, yes.
They did cut off the power, for some of the, but not here, they did in, Green Valley, some of the,
They
yeah.
need to have their town council meeting.
Well, they, cause I got she hit me up while I was on vacation, where they put the mobile stations, they.
No, that was because of the power, that wasn't
Yeah,
them dropping the
that
power.
was when they lost power
When they
because of the
lost power
snowstorm.
Because of the weather. They didn't,
The snow down, the snow.
The snow down, okay.
Yeah.
they had no power for 5 days
Yeah.
plus.
Yeah.
Mess.
So
So
they
they want to stay away from that.
And they were, and then with the coming storms, they had preemptively sent out crews,
Yeah.
to Acton, thinking if they were gonna turn them off, they would at least already have crews on the ground. One of the biggest things was, they wanted a facility, so like if Valdosta was gonna be affected, where their guys could get out of the weather for a little bit or use a restroom or something.
Yeah.
So, in the future, she asked, is this okay if we say, hey, this could be a facility for, I know she was in the past, but like, that way, yeah, hey, here you go. Because like, I volunteered Jim's library for them over there.
Cool.
Thanks for that.
We haven't used it, but, you know,
We have
accountability.
Thank you. All right. Graffiti abatement program is in February.
He said it just is gonna be like 5 minutes. I was gonna try to get him in this month, but I didn't get on it.
Very busy agenda.
Yeah.
Bruce Hamamoto of Public Works, Santa Clara River Watershed Area Steering Committee, water trucks, integrated regional water management plan. Does that have to do with us?
That's the thing,
Yeah.
that's the thing that I'm
Did you?
gonna do it.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. That's good. That'll wipe you out. Okay, save a little for us. Okay, awesome. Heather Miranda, there's that name, Environmental Services.
Yeah, so, and I think she's on the committee too.
Yes.
Yeah, so,
And she's a good gal.
Is she?
Yeah, she works for the city of Santa Cruz, as far as I
Right.
know.
right.
And
Yeah, I think there's 5 people from the city.
7 from the county.
Right.
You and like 3 others. I think they,
Stakeholders at large.
yeah, they hold the water.
But if we can
17.
craft how it's been, the supervisor asked me to serve on Santa Clara River Watershed Steering Committee,
Right.
which is the steering committee that will use Measure W funds. So we've been bitching and moaning about having to pay it, and I still am. But at least we should be able to have more of a voice in crafting how that's spent. So,
So we'll have a 7, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because there's only 1 or 2 members at large, I think.
yeah, so I tried to talk down to do it.
Nah,
But the meetings are in the middle of the
yeah,
day.
that wouldn't happen for me.
This way we can spend the money on Boston Henry's.
That's it.
For
And
water
yeah.
conservation.
There you go.
Well, we have some ideas, but it's a matter of the mechanism. I think that's the bottleneck, is how
Right,
do we?
and based on what I've read, it looks like there is some sort of technical group within Public Works that if we have a plan, we can say, put it together.
A plan or an idea?
I think either.
Either. Start off with the idea.
All right.
Okay. That's awesome, incredible.
Right, because that was, when I talked to them, I said, I don't have any expertise in coming up with water, stormwater capture or anything. And she said, you get the ideas, and then the county has got a team that will work on implementing that.
Cool. That's good. That's all we really asked for. I mean,
So I'm,
well, thank you.
yeah.
And it's only a 30-year term. So
I was a little apprehensive about it, but it was an opportunity that I just couldn't pass up with having that voice, so.
Awesome.
And since he bailed.
I don't. No. I thought, I was thinking about it seriously, and finally I decided, seriously? No.
Seriously.
The time commitment.
Time commitment.
Time
That's
commitment is.
2 meetings a month, middle of the day. It would, I lost half a day twice a month. I don't have half a day twice a month.
You're always a full day.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Okay, cool. That's it. I'm looking for a motion to adjourn this thing.
I'll make a motion.
7:46.
Second, fine. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye.